6/7. That's today, June 7th. And I have a video game for you, ladies, gentlemen, or whatever you identify as. And it is going to be quite a treat for at least some people out there. There are going to be others that are going to be quite offended and triggered by this game. What am I talking about? Well, we are talking about Pronoun Palace. That's right. It is a word spelling roguelike set in a dystopian future where the government has taken your
fucking pronouns!
Use spells to manipulate letter tiles, catch fish, and abuse amphetamines to defeat the party and get your
fucking pronouns
back. Thank you very much, HeelVsBabyFace, for taking it up to the top. So what we're going to do is I'm going to play the trailer for this game, and then we're going to be taking a look at some of their Steam reviews that this game has, which, by the way, it is at a 99% positive right now, so it is getting very good reception early on. This game came out 3 days ago. So we're going to be doing that, and then I'm going to do a full play session of the game, but I'm going to kind of edit clips in from that play session so you can see what this game is all about. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Here is the trailer. Let's go ahead and watch that together. Wilson Wynn, you are found to be in possession of illegal pronouns. Oh no, we can't be having that.
fucking pronouns!
We can't be having illegal pronouns. So, this game is, as it said, a spelling roguelike. So you have a 4x4 grid of different letters, and your goal is to try to spell out different words using those letters. And the main objective, obviously, is to survive. You have enemy opponents that you're going to be fighting against. Each letter has like a different score rating, essentially, and that lets you determine how many points of damage you're going to do. You also have tiles that will determine how many defense points you're going to have, because you'll have to defend against enemy attacks, of course. You get all kinds of different zany characters and all kinds of goofy and wacky things. This game has a lot of humor, and it is unapologetically
fucking gender ambiguity!
Pretty on point with the political and social commentary. There's going to be a lot of that stuff, so if you like your video games to be apolitical, rest assured this game is definitely not.
Fucking current day Californian shit!
But it is quite a fun little game to play, and it has a lot of unique elements. And I was absolutely hooked the very first time that I tried this game out. I was hoping it would have like a demo or something like that. The developers should really consider having a demo.
Me. Nobody loves me.
What?
I'm going to kill myself.
Absolutely love the way that trailer ended. Perfect. Perfect. So like I said, 99% positive. I will go ahead and share my personal review. We'll take a look at that. My review of right here. HeelVsBabyFace's least favorite game of the year. I recommended it, obviously. Okay. Oh, and somebody commented, so fucking boring. Share his...
We're so fucking boring!
Just love it. But let's go ahead and read the other people's reviews. See what they've got to say. We're just going to touch on a few. A compelling word game, a hilarious satire, and one of the extremely few games I've ever seen that has you play as someone pre- and post-transition. Not just with one character, but all of them. It's certainly funny to see pronouns unlocked, but it really does bring me joy to see the character's evolution. You just don't see games doing that sort of thing much, even though it's a huge part of the life of trans people. There are some jokes that don't land with me, sure, and I think it goes too far on occasion, like in Ref Stars flavor text, but the more I play it, the more I find myself falling in love with it. We've got plenty of edgy, Keshit games, so what about one for us, huh? Oh, cishet games. That's what. I don't know why it's a Keshit. I don't know. A huge amount of respect to the whole dev team. Might be one of the most brilliant roguelike games I've ever played. I did not expect to like this game half as much as I did, but it works on a lot of levels. Reminded me so much a flash typing game I was extremely fond of when I was young called Clockwords. I played that game a lot and I was sad I never got to see a full release. This is notably different since this is effectively Boggle, whereas the other game focused on typing speed. But there were similar principles about how the faces of the letters have certain buffs. Easily one of the best games this year. Gameplay, fantastic. Art and music, immaculate. Premise and themes, compelling. Easygoing, rather funny. Read the extras. Seems to have a lot of replayability and difficulty settings. Exceptionally worthwhile buy, especially on sale, but to be honest, it's worth the full price and then some, which, by the way, the price, it has, let's look at that price here, because you might be interested in purchasing this game after watching this video. You might not, but if you are interested, you'll probably want to know what the price is, and you'll see it is currently on sale, 10% off at $17.85. Looks like the regular list price is $19.84. Kind of a weird price. Usually games are $19.99. I'm sure that's not at all based on a book by a author that wrote a dystopian novel about the dangers of a big, unitary government ruling over everybody. I'm sure it's a complete coincidence that the price is $19.84. The developer probably just, came up with that price of their own accord. They didn't get any kind of inspiration whatsoever. They're probably like, let's just undercut these other games by, 15 cents or something like that. Give people a little bit of a break. That's probably all it is, honestly, right? But seriously, let's look at the negative reviews, because we have 99% positive, so we can't have very many negative reviews, obviously. Based on the 300 and something reviews listed there. So there's probably only going to be a handful of those. So let's look at the negative reviews here. Review type negative. There's only one listed here, actually. So I guess it can't be 100% if there is at least one negative review. So we got this person, Box Girl, cool edition. They might have good reasons for why they did this review here, which I'm not going to read any of this because this is way too long. It's like they wrote an essay about the game rather than just like a little review. Pretty much. Like, I don't know. Maybe this isn't even to do with the game at all. Maybe they did just accidentally post a college essay that they were working on for the not recommended video and they just never checked it. I don't know. Actually, it is about the game, obviously. But, in the interest of time, I'm not going to be spending 5 minutes just to read this one review. So let's go ahead and get right into the game. Okay, so I'm launching the game right now, bringing it up on the screen here. And, of course, want to thank these fine people who worked on the game. Cadence Peterson and Hazel. Didn't catch the last part of the last name there. And then Rin. They're the ones that worked on this game, of course. So before we get into the gameplay real quick, we're going to go ahead and click play here. You can click a new run, continue a run, and there's also a daily run challenge as well that you can do, which that has a timer for how long you can do that. I guess this is like a preset thing where you just try to accomplish whatever the preset objectives. You can go to new run. This will let you choose from the characters you've unlocked already. This is the base character that you unlock. I've already beat it once on the lowest difficulty, so I can bump it up, of course, to kind of continue my progress with that. We got the Jubilist that I've unlocked. I think I unlocked that person after beating the game. I unlocked this person here after I, lost for the first time, I think, if I remember correctly. And then I forgot how I unlocked the Fisher, but I think I unlocked the Fisher by accomplishing something during my first run. So, and then there's another character that I have not unlocked. It says you have to beat the game in under 45 minutes. So we'll take a look at that stuff, of course. But before we do that, we've got the phone book right here, which this will track the different opponents that you'll encounter through the game. There's 3 different phases. There's the suburbs, the party, and the palace. And your character's basically walking through these areas, and you'll encounter these enemies randomly. They'll have different things they do and whatnot. And you can read some of the descriptions about these people. Like, here's this person just labeled as people. You know, obviously it looks like a person, of course. Originally created as the modern food solution sorghum green, they recently won rights in court with the argument that sorghum green is people, often declared legally dead upon receiving the slightest injury to circumvent this. Okay. But you can also read the other character descriptions and whatnot, you know, too. There's also some extras here. You can see the unlocks, which it'll show you your progress for unlocking all the different things that you'll find in the game. You know, different characters, items, you know, different achievements and things like that that you're going to encounter. It'll tell you what you need to do. And then, of course, it'll highlight with the icon, of course, if you've completed that unlock. You also got your stats where you can see your overall record. It tracks, of course, your play time and your vocabulary, the words you've used, all that good stuff. And then it also tracks the items because you'll get different spells that do different things. It'll track how often you use them and that kind of stuff. And then finally, you can rewatch some of the cutscenes in the game. So you can rewatch some of those cutscenes, of course. You'll get these different cutscenes as you play through the game, you know, depending on the characters and stuff like that. And then, of course, finally, you've got your, you know, your good old settings so you can adjust things to your taste. You know, you can do controller or mouse and keyboard, depending on your choice, of course. Now, it shows controller mapping here, but there's an M key for mute. I'm not sure what the hell that is. Are they talking about on the keyboard? I guess probably so. There's no way to set up mute on the controller, I guess. I guess you could remap something, but let's go ahead and get right into the game. We're going to do new run. I'm just going to play as the base character since that's kind of like the general, you know, beginning of the game. So we're going to go ahead and check this out. So I'm going to play one of those cutscenes. I'm going to play the very first cutscene. So that cutscene I got to watch there, it's because I've already beat the game with that character, so I just unlocked that cutscene. I hadn't seen that one before. So we're going to watch the very first one. This is the very first time you enter the game. This is what you're going to see here. Wilson Wynn, you are found to be in possession of illegal pronouns. Of course, as we saw this in the trailer, of course. For public safety, your pronouns were confiscated from your person at 3:15 this morning by the new police. We expect this shall improve the quality of your work performance. Recall that language is the enemy of truth. The Bureau of Information. Okay. Kind of funny, considering there were some pronouns used in that cutscene. I guess not all pronouns are created equally. But let's go ahead and actually do our fight here. So this is the very first enemy I'm encountering here, Bottom Feeder. So you can actually highlight these icons here and it'll tell you what they're going to do to you. So they're going to do 1 damage to me, and they intend to consume all tiles on the bottom row. So this is how you play the game. You have these wooden tiles right here. These will do damage. And then the number that's printed on the lower left hand or right hand corner rather, that is going to actually show you what the value of that tile is. And then you will also see these blue tiles here. These are defend tiles. So in order to negate any damage that the enemy's doing, you'll want to try to play those when possible so that you don't take damage yourself. And then of course the battle will continue until you defeat the opponent. The letters here at the very top, that'll show what the next tile that's going to be. Once you delete one of these tiles, you're going to see that H. You know, they're going to have a bunch of H's coming up here. So we're going to see what kind of word we can play here. I think we would like, obviously, some defense. So we'll go ahead and hit this up. And why not just start off with a good old classic here? Good old classic. You can use all the potty humor you want. As a matter of fact, on the final boss, when I beat this game, I actually used the C word against them. So, you know, your imagination can run completely wild with this, as long as you have the letters, of course, available. So he's going to do 3 damage. I'm not going to be able to negate any of that, all the damage. I can negate partial damage. So we'll try to do a little bit of damage here. Let's go ahead and hit him with a husky. Oh, husky's not a word? Is it with a Y? Or a IE maybe? I don't know. You do have to keep in mind the game does want you to spell certain things, of course. So you have to use some experimentation. Like, obviously, if you can't play it, it just won't let you play it. So you don't have to worry about that too much. Let's go ahead and hit him with a these. There we go. I should do decent damage. I'm going to take only 1 point off myself, so... And he's going to eat that whole bottom row, of course, so we're going to get a whole new set of letters. After all, we're going to lose most of these letters anyways. So let's just hit him with that. That's pretty decent. Oh, we lose that row anyways. Ah, dang it. Look at all these letters here. T-T-T, D-O-O. Yeah, this game can be pretty tricky because given that it's a roguelite, there's a very randomized nature to things. So this game will really challenge your brain very heavily. Let's do a quota. That's going to finish him off right there. And that's going to fulfill our quota for our first match. Let's see what the next encounter we've got here is. Oh boy, we got Nappy. They're napping. So you got a new status effect here. You can see like they got the cigarette with the ashtray here. Tends to convert 6 tiles around the edges of the border to ash Z's. And then it says tile is removed on turn end. So basically it'll just delete that letter at the end of the turn. So let's see. Let's go ahead and hit it. Wait, is this a defense tile? It is. Yeah, well, we do need some defense. Let's get rid of a letter. I'm going to get rid of this W here. Now you'll notice with the spells here, these are the spells that you'll unlock. And you'll notice how they'll have like these little letters at the bottom right here, which actually let me go ahead and turn off my little message there so you can actually see what I'm talking about. So like if I play a letter E, it's going to replenish the spell. So it'll give you some incentive to, you know, obviously track all that stuff. We'll do a lexicon. That's a pretty good spell. That's going to hit pretty good. Yep. And we'll have more than sufficient defense to deal with him. All right. So we got a bunch of Z's. Ouch. That is going to be... that sucks. But we can maybe do something with it. Oh, shit. Are these all attack? Oh, it is. Okay. Oh, wait. We could do dizzy. We could do dizzy. There we go. Perfect. Okay. It's going to hit us with some more Z action, probably. Or is it going to change the letters? Okay, well, obviously pizza would be a good one. Now, you'll notice this pink one here. That's actually a modifier that's going to bump the attack damage. So this is 5 damage right here. And it's taking that 2 plus 1, and it's adding a 1.5. So it's actually rounding that up to 5. So we can do some serious damage here. Let's do pizzas for 17 damage. Damn, that's a big hit there. Definitely overkill for that fight. So we have defeated every enemy that you can encounter in the suburbs, I guess just recently. Awesome. And this will give us a new spell I can unlock. We got a couple different choices here. So we got snow right here. Converts a tile to a frozen capital. Now, with it being capital, that means that it has to be the very first letter of the word. But frozen tiles add both an attack and a defense to the stat, which is pretty cool. And then we have the NBA. When you have 1 to 3 letter word spelled, use this spell to submit it without ending your turn. So this would actually let you potentially double things up. This spell is pretty powerful, but I'm not sure exactly how to refresh it. I don't know if that's done automatically or what, or if it's just like a one-time use even. We'll go ahead and stick with the snow because I can refill by using the letter L's there. I don't know if those letters are specific to each spell or if they'll be randomized. So we got the urchin here. He's gonna spelling a word at least 6 letters long will cancel the attack. So if I can't negate this damage completely, I can at least hit him with a long word to negate the damage a little bit. But let's hit him with some bald. That's gonna negate all the damage, of course, too. Now I can't hit him with anything here. So in this particular scenario, it would make sense for me to just play like a kind of a throwaway turn, essentially. But it still has to be a playable word, obviously. So we could just use the letter I. The game will count that. So why not? Alright, so now we got to hit him with another long one for sure. Let's do a little hetero action. Why not? Okay. Alright, well, I don't know, the A is pretty good. Can I just do an E? No, E's not a word, obviously. Of course not. How about a he? Oh, well, let me do that because it's technically a pronoun, right? I guess so. Okay. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Well, I can do 7 damage too. Alternatively, if I can't think of a good enough word for this, I can just hit him with a hard enough hit that he's not going to be able to do that. What's the frozen capital do again? Convert a tile to a frozen capital, attack and defense. Okay, yeah. That's right. Yeah, let's go ahead and delete a letter. Let's get rid of the R. It doesn't really help here. This'll do it here. Lazy. Just enough to finish him off. Okay. So we got a couple different options here. So you got to turn a tile to an Ash wildcard, which that's kind of useful because the wild cards will actually automatically convert it to the highest possible value of a letter that will let you play out a word that's in the game's dictionary. So this can also be used technically to kind of cheat a little bit if you're not sure if something's a word. Although, like I said, you can always just test it on there first. Convert 8 random tiles to candy, limited use. That's also very useful because that'll actually give you like a healing ability. Let's go ahead and take that. You do get healing automatically once you complete an act. You know, not full heal, but it'll heal like 10. Okay, so let's see what we can hit him with here. Okay. That's going to be just enough defense. And we're going to do 4 damage based on this. Now you notice with this particular boss here that it had a grid. These are multipliers that will incentivize you to play a longer word, obviously, if you can hit them all. So that way you can get all the multipliers. Trying to figure out what the best possible play here. I guess I'll just go what I was doing originally here. I forgot what it was, so... I forgot what it was. Oh, okay, that's a S. The S is a crit. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Oh, I've got an idea. There we go. That's going to be a pretty decent attack. Okay. Oh, whoops. I need an extra F there. Darn it, that's not going to work. No A's, man. Holy crap. It can sometimes screw you up with the RNG of the letters here. That's just something that's typical with the roguelike game, of course. So, I mean, obviously, if you're not a huge fan of like randomization in games, you know, this might not be the game for you. But I still enjoy the challenge. I guess I'm gonna concede that I'm gonna be taking some damage just because, you know, like that's a lot of defense I have to factor in to even hit this roll. So I think we're gonna try to bypass that entirely. Okay, so we're just gonna focus on getting as big of a hit as possible, and if I can get a little bit of defense, we'll try to do that. Okay. Yeah, we'll hit him with that, I guess. Oh, soon. Oh, it's possibly sooner, yeah. There we go. right, cool. So he mentioned that, of course, that he needs to make a letter a capital letter. That's the only way I can play this letter here. If I want to play it towards a word, I have to use that in terms of an actual capital letter. And it also does a damage if I leave it on my board as well. There we go. That's a pretty good attack. Check that out. We're going to be doing 17 damage. Based on all the multipliers and everything going on here. It's going to knock off half of his current health. Awesome. Okay. There we go. Hit him with the good old fap. Why not? Let's see if it'll accept that. Perfect. Perfect. 9 points of damage. Hell yeah. All right. All right. We need to factor in what kind of letters I've got too many of that I want to get rid of here. Actually, everything's pretty much unique except I got 2 of these ends, but those are both critical ends. Those are actually what I kind of hang on to. So we just are only going to focus on doing just enough damage to piss him off, to kill him rather. Let's see. I don't know if it's going to count Jip or if it's like G. Okay, good. There we go. We submitted a slur. We did it. I wonder why the CUNT didn't count, because I did play that. I did that on my Steam Deck. Oh, whatever. Okay. All right, what's he got? Okay, he's doing the Ash thing, of course. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, it's not a lot of damage, but it at least prevent the damage I'm going to take here. But the thing is, I don't know what I'm going to get coming up. I don't know if I'm going to have defense tiles. I might just take a little bit of a hit. There we go. Let's try that. That'll do a decent bit of damage. Yeah, I've got no way to defend at all. I could do a frozen capital letter. Which will let me do attack and defense. That's possible. Okay, let's remove a letter here. Open up a little bit of an opportunity for me. There we go. Oh, dang, he just deleted all of those. That sucks. It's not quite enough defense, unfortunately. That'll do just enough. And that's a word. I am so smart. I am so smart. S-M-R-T. Okay, let's see what the last power-up we can do here. Shift cipher. Select our left or right side of a tile to shift its letters through the alphabet. That sounds kind of interesting. Convert a tile to a wooden bomb 8 with a 2-turn fuse. Explodes in 2 turns, dealing 2x damage. 1.5 damage when played with 1 turn left. Explodes if removed. That one sounds a little risky because like that gives you incentive to play it very soon because I think you'll potentially take damage if you don't. So we'll try this here. That sounds like the safer bet, even though it might not be as powerful. I don't think that's how it's spelled. Nah, it's not. Oh, wait, I got an idea. There we go. Okay, so he froze those tiles and made him wild cards, so I can hit him with something pretty crazy wacky. Ah, darn it, we can't do Juggalo. Juggala. Juggala. Is Juggala a word? I guess it is. I never heard of it. Wow. Okay. I think it was time for us to tap into our candy reserve. And we'll see if we can do some serious damage here. Is that not a word? Oh, it's with another E. There we go. At least healed a fair bit of my damage back, although I'm still taking some. Yeah. Damn, that sucks. That should be enough. Perfect. Oh, we got the alien. He's gonna beam us up. Well, let's see if we get here. Abduct intends to deal damage equal to the total value of targeted tiles. So ideally, you'll want to play these tiles so you don't take that damage. Yeah, I didn't think that would count as a word. There we go. Awesome. Massive damage. Porcupine. Perfect. And he ducted those tiles. Wait, why did I still take damage? What? That's not fair. Ah, what a jerk. What a jerk. Absolutely, dude. Okay. There we go. Have some boxing. Pretty good shot. Absolutely love that animation there. Just perfect. Chef's kiss on that one. There we go. Let's hit him with a hymn. Why not? Perfect. That'll negate any further damage. But we're going to be pretty hurt dog for the next boss. Let's see. Convert a row to plastic. Okay, that could be pretty useful. Swap the face of 2 tiles. Fingerprints. Yeah, we'll get rid of the candy reserve. I don't think that refills. I think you just get the one use of that. Well, unless you get the wild card thing, but that's very dependent on what the enemies do, and sometimes, depending on the enemy you get, they're not going to do that themselves. We'll hit him with that. That'll do just enough, and help us negate any of the damage here. His effect, he's going to do some wacky stuff here, where he's actually going to pull us in. You're going to see how this works out. But he's not going to do any damage this turn, so we'll just try to do whatever damage we can. Guess we'll hit with a YES, why not? He's going to do 2 damage to us. That sucks. Alright, we're just going to do a minimal amount of damage, just enough to survive this here. Now, you notice it says 2x5 for the attack. As long as you have the 2 defense, you're going to negate all that damage. But obviously, if you don't, then you're going to be hit multiple times for the deficit, and you'll take whatever that number of damage is times 5, essentially. But Boa should be just enough for us to survive any possible damage. There we go. We didn't do a lot, unfortunately, but that's okay. Now, you notice the letters didn't refresh. That's because that's part of his ability. And that's going to suck for us. So we're going to try this here. There we go. It doesn't count. Darn it. Oh, I know what else could, though. Oh, shit, no, because I don't have enough letters for it. I'm going to be taking damage, it looks like. Or am I? Why not? No damage for you. You can't affect us. Oh, here we go. I get to play it. I get to play it. Yes. Back to back. Perfect. Okay. We took a little bit of damage, but that was worth it. Okay. Alright, let's see here. There we go. That'll be enough defense. Okay. Alright, cool. Man, it's going to be a rough board, though. We're going to have to use our letter shift, because look at this crap. I got 4 S's and 2 E's and 2 U's. Like, this is a complete mess. Complete mess. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's think about how we're going to proceed here. And you also consider I have 3 turns I have to play these through as well, so I have to be pretty conservative about how I want to play this turn out. We'll just hit him with a good old ban. We're going to do some ban evasion on this one here. Alright, cool. You gonna hit us with the big attack again? Okay, so I'll have to plastic row it again. Let's figure out the word we're gonna play here. If we do less, that will give us just enough defense. So we're gonna do this row. Okay. Wait, that should have been enough. The value of that L, I thought it said a 2, but apparently it was just a 1. Okay, that's fine. Damn, we got really hurt on that one here. Okay, that'll do just enough. I might have been able to use selves. I don't know. I guess I could have done that. Darn it. I thought I'd... Oh. Okay, I could do a letter shift here. Select the left or right side of a tile to shift this letter throughout the alphabet. Running. There we go. That'll be enough. Okay. Quilted. Perfect. That's a good hit. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can finish him off on this round, not to worry about it. Shit. I don't think it's going to let me play that because it's considered a name, I think, but let's try it. Oh, I guess it did work. I was going to spell martini, but I was missing an I. But that's okay because we still accomplished the goal, ultimately. Alright, cool. Alright, gain back 10 HP. I don't think I'm going to make it through the last battle here. But that's okay. That's okay. I wanted to show you guys a little bit of everything that this game has to offer. So we're going against the Prodigy here. What's their special effect? Mystery crit. Intends to convert 2 tiles into plastic crit tiles with the same mystery letter. Tile face is unknown. Up to 5 possible options will be revealed in the tile tooltip. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. I wonder exactly how that's going to work. Well, I'm going to for sure take damage here. But we could do this. There we go. That'll do everything we need. Oh, okay. It needs 2 Fs. That's right. Damn it. I might have screwed up making that a thing. That's another thing you have to keep in mind. You don't want to like use the power up unless you're absolutely sure that it's going to benefit you. Because I made it a capital letter, so I have to use this as the first letter whenever I play it. I might have to save that. Let's see if I can just figure out another word I can do. And then I'll save this for another time once we get some more letters. Let's see. Oh. Darn it. I got barely anything. We might be able to do a letter shift here. Because I've got an idea. Oh, no. It only shifts at 1 Ah, shit. Well, let's do this here. That was a complete waste, but at least we got that sorted out. All right, let's see the tooltip here. F, H, K, M, or W. So I guess whenever you use these, it'll automatically tie it in depending on whatever it is. And it's got a 2 value, whatever it is. F, H, K, M, or W. Huh. That, I really don't know what that could be. Damn. Now, I wonder if it could be any of those things as long as I play the thing, or if it's only going to play if I know which letter it is. Will this work? Okay, I guess it did. I'm going to be taking some damage, though. There we go. Okay. So that at least gives us an idea of how that mechanic works. I've never encountered this particular guy before, so I wasn't sure exactly how that would work. That should do a decent bit of damage, and we got plenty of defense. What? So it's a different... Ah, dang it. So it does have like a dynamic... Well, I could still play that technically. But then that was the whole reason... Why not? Let's try it. Shat is not a word? Ah! Try it. This guy's a real jerk. Alright, so now I don't have to worry about it for this turn at least. Now I can actually just play this attack I wanted to before. Although I'm still going to be taking damage. Yeah, he hit us with that thing here. J, X, or Z. Damn. J, X, or Z. Oh, I've got an idea. Come on. Not a word. What? How about... Oh, come on. Jazz is totally a word. Okay. Damn, I got like no vowels except for I got an A and an I. That's it. I do have a U. Okay. Okay, so it's not... That one's not a J. See if this one's a J. That one's not a J either. Okay, so it's got to be an X or a Z. Both of these are an X or a Z. What if both of those are X's? Like, that would really suck. Can I get rid of those tiles? You know what? That's what we're going to do. That's just... Oh, of course, I get a Q. What else would be more perfect than a Q? Let's see. Q-U-I-T? We could try that. Let's make that a capital. Alright. That'll give us just enough defense and we'll be able to do the damage here. You're such a dastardly letter. It is an X. It has to be, right? What? I don't understand the concept of this freaking Riz. That'll do damage. Perfect. Oh, I see. So it can't be like the end of a word. Like you can use it as a forming block of that word, but you have to play it in a way where it's not just the end. Let's just call an SOS. That's just enough to finish him off, and I need to get rid of some of those S's anyways, because they're getting ridiculous. Stupid S's. Okay. That was a tough fight, man. Oh, we got the umami. Okay, that's a very interesting fight. He'll, like, lock tiles, so where you can't play the tile unless you play both of the tiles that are locked together. There we go. June is not a word. Yeah, that's right, it's a name. It's a month, though. It is a month. I think it should classify. That is one thing that is a little aggravating with this game is what they consider like a word and things like that. But the developer has been very responsive because they have been like, you know, including various words that people have been submitting through the Steam forums. So they have been very good with the feedback. That's actually kind of one thing that's really cool about this. Sandals is not a word? I assure you it is. I'll have to submit that one to them. Okay, so mistakes were made, but you know, this game just came out, so. But I know handle is going to be a word. If I spell it right, of course. And we'll do this here so I can get a little bit of multiplier damage on him. There we go, perfect. Okay, and then he does the bleed tiles, which you'll just take damage of the tiles unplayed. Not a super huge deal. Alright, we'll do that. Still taking a little bit of damage, but that'll be okay. The defense does help you mitigate that, of course, too. There we go. That at least negate the bleed damage. Okay, good. Quieted. There we go. Perfect. Although, hopefully those tiles will... Okay, good. They... What? That's right, because I didn't play them. Son of a bitch. Slash a tile. Can be used as one of two letters. Oh, that's interesting. Enhance a Wolverine tile. Oh, I see. We'll go ahead and take that, I guess. I'll replace this because I don't have those anymore. Oh, those stay as bleed tiles? Son of a bitch. Well, I am not going to survive this fight, but that's okay because I think you guys will have a pretty good idea of what to expect from this game. Okay, this is actually my worst run yet, funny enough. Like, the very first time I played this game, I got one guy past this one here. I just don't see myself surviving in this one, though. Let's see here. Alright, there we go. Let's hit him with some Satan. Satan's not a word. What? You accepted Lucifer on a playthrough I did. You accepted Lucifer, but not Satan. Okay, whatever. Whatever. I'll have to bring that one to the dev. Like, I mean, either both of them are a word or neither of them are. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, they could be going off of dictionary standards and things like that, of course. Let's see, slash tile. What's this do exactly, I'm wondering? Okay. Oh, I see, okay. I guess it would probably dynamically do it whenever I do this here. ISS is not a word. Oh, wait, does that make it to where you have to play both of them? We could do this. Yep. And then he shoots a thing here. I can actually make two words now if I use that tile in between. So that's kind of like an interesting way to handle that. But he's going to do 10 damage. This is going to be the last one. Let's make it count. Oh, I thought I hit the K. Okay. Yeah. I don't even know what a road husk is, but we're dead. We did not make it. We did not make it to the chairman. So, unfortunately, no more pronouns. But if you could do better, check out Pronoun Palace, available on Steam for the low price of, well, you know, the regular price is $19.84, but it's like $17.85 right now with that 10% off sale. It's a little bit higher than I would have liked to have seen for a game of this ilk, but I can already tell you I'm going to be getting a lot of playtime on this one. And so it's probably going to be worthwhile overall for me. But if you want to wait, of course, maybe they'll have a decent sale that's going to have another coded number of some kind that'll still save you a lot of money and be able to check this cool game out. So, but hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you're the kind that don't enjoy this kind of game and you some reason still watch this video, I guess that's cool. Thank you very much. But that's gonna be the last line.
We're so fucking boring!